excited, and I'm glad you all are excited. Happy New Year. Thank you all so much for being here. Hello to Jessica. I hope you had a blast in Mama Africa. I did. I'm behind on the content, but I had a wonderful time. If you all like the travel content, I'll keep it going. But it is Friday, so I'm going to do my Foodie Fridays with you all here. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes on Food Talk TV, but I always like to come on here with you all just a few minutes ahead of time and let you know if you want to engage in the live stream. You're more than welcome to come on over to TikTok. Hello to my TikTok. Hello to my Instagram. You all can see me, but I can't see you. So we're going to do a little meal prep today. We're not doing New Year's resolutions, but if you need a reset, if you, like me, have been eating everything and drinking everything, then we're going to get back on the meal prep and just pick up where we left off. So if we have any moderators in the house, just let people know I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to be looking at this camera. It's supposed to be exclusive on TikTok, but I like bringing you all behind the scenes with me. All right. So Happy New Year, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're going to do kind of like, I don't know, maybe, oh, that's kind of nice. Like an infomercial, you'll be hearing me repeat myself over and over and over again. But I'm glad you all are here. I'm glad we all made it to a new year. And if you want me to keep up the travel content, I'm about 75% posted. But I got so much in my phone. If you all like it, let me know and I will keep it up. All right. So it's 5 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get started on TikTok. All right, everybody. Yes. Let's go. All right, everybody, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we're going to do a meal prep. Happy New Year. This is my first stream in 2026. So if you like to eat, like clearly I do, we're going to get some protein and lean vegetables prepped up so that we can make it easy for ourselves. So come on in, everybody. Tap that screen. If you need a reset in the new year, we're not going to do New Year's resolutions, but if we want to pick up where we left off with eating healthy, then maybe this is an option for you. All right, so you can tap the screen. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV, the home of the longest live cooking show on TikTok. This recipe and all of my recipes are going to be on foodtalktv.com. A recipe came up in my feed from Low Carb Love. So we're going to play the video and I'm just going to go alongside and I'll walk you all through any substitutes that you can make that I would make. All right. Let me go ahead and turn on my struggle air conditioning. We have 33 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 3 digits. All right. Let's see if we can get 100 people to tap the screen. And there we go. All right. Those of us who like to cook, sometimes that can be a blessing and a curse. So what's working for me in my struggle is to cook less, because when I cook, I like to add extra things on there, and sometimes we don't need all of the extra. All right, so I'm going to show you all this recipe that came up on Low Carb Love. You all have seen Myra. She does all kind of low carb recipes. I am not a doctor. Do what works for you, but we're going to recreate this recipe today. All right.
Meals. So if you're someone who wants that, then this is going to be like a series. I want to share with you meals that actually help you lose weight and also keep it off. Okay.
Thank
you
all.
We're going to get started with our chicken. With the chicken, I'm using just some avocado oil spray, by the way. With a chicken, what I do is I like to get a nice golden brown crust. So we're going to set it down.
I'm here for the sizzle already. Now she's going to do some chicken and some vegetables. It's going to be zucchini, it's going to be mushroom, and then some cherry tomatoes. So I have all the ingredients. I just placed a grocery order. So we're going to go ahead and prep the veggies, and then I'll do the meat last, and then we'll cook the meat first. All right, so come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much. We're at 900 likes. Thank you all. Hello, Mont Mary. Hello, Melissa. Thank you all so much for coming in here. Let me go ahead and clean off the counter. And I'll show you the veggies that I'm using, and then I'll walk you through some substitutes that maybe you all can use. I'm your substitute teacher because usually I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes, okay? But this is going to be a pretty clean meal. You know, whatever plan that you follow, if you follow a plan at all, it's going to be some type of protein and fiber. Get it however you can get it. But this has been working for me, and I even have some containers. We're going to measure and weigh everything out, and I'm just going to show you all what I do, especially if you're working. It's great for grab and go. I'm relatively new to the meal prep. I used to think I could cook every day something new and fresh, which I love to do. But if it's just me, I don't mind eating leftover. Montgomery wants some veggies? Okay, let's go ahead and get started prepping our veggies. I'll show you all what we have. Just washing my hands here. All right. So I placed a grocery order from Walmart, and this recipe again is on foodtalktv.com. So we have some fresh green beans. I don't know, maybe I'll call them string beans. We have some mushrooms here, and then we have a zucchini. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Oh, we also have some cherry tomatoes and a lemon. She said lemon juice goes well with this. Now, when it comes to vegetables, look, I have grown to love vegetables. They're a great source of fiber, and if you cook them well and season them well, they actually have a nice sweetness to them. I remember when the boys were little. They're 16 and 18 now. Montgomery had apple pie, corn chips, and salsa. That sounds amazing. I ate everything. If y'all have been watching my travel content, I ate everything, and it shows. So we're going to get back to basics. It's a new month. It's a new year. Man, this zucchini is small. But what I was saying about the vegetables, feel free to substitute out the vegetables that you like. It could be broccoli. It could be green beans. It could be squash, yellow squash. I remember when the boys were little, I would take them to Subway. Look, those of you all that have girls and you could go somewhere and sit down and order off a menu and have a wonderful dining experience. That was not my testimony. We had to go to places that if we needed to wrap it up quickly, we could go. Boy, moms, you understand. But I remember taking the boys to Subway and letting them get whatever they wanted. And they were like, Mom, this is a nice restaurant. They make the food right in front of you. I'm like, they sure do. But the point is, I would let them have whatever they wanted, but they had to pick 2 vegetables. So it could be lettuce and tomato, it could be spinach and cucumber. But getting the kids and yourself used to eating vegetables, it's just a great way to stay full without all the extra calories. Faye is laughing at me. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Thank you all so much for 1,200 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,500. Uh-oh. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're just going to do some meal prep. We're going to do this zucchini. I probably should have ordered 2 because this one is looking kind of sad. But let's get our knife out. So especially if you don't like cooking or you're busy, my mom used to batch cook on Sundays, and I'm learning the hard way that I need to keep the kitchen as, how do you say, carefree as possible, because when I get in here and I just start finding stuff to do. Jessica loves all veggies except for asparagus. Understood. All right, let me see. This got a little looking kind of sad. So we're just going to, did I wash this? Yes, I did. I washed my hands too. So we're just going to take off the ends, and I'm just going to cut this lengthwise. We're just going to do half moons of the zucchini, all right? Not anything fancy. So cut it in half lengthwise, and we're going to put the the flat sides down, and we're just going to do a simple chop. Let me get a little bowl so we can put our vegetables in so it actually looks like a proper cooking class. Y'all know those cooking channels where everything comes together nicely. We make it work in the end, but you all know it's a struggle over here. And no, I've never made this recipe. We're going to make it together. Hello, Adelinda's here. Kaz is here. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Happy New Year. Welcome. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we're just making a simple, I think this is a garlic butter chicken. It sounds fancy. So it's going to be a garlic butter chicken and veggies, but it's going to be like a lighter version. So we're doing zucchini. If zucchini works for you, or asparagus, or not, green beans, broccoli, whatever you like. Pick a vegetable, all right? Just like the boys. You can have whatever you want. You gotta have a vegetable. Let me see if my bench scraper is in here. We've already started, y'all. All right. So, and the actual measurements are in the recipe, which is at foodtalktv.com. So far, about a handful of zucchini. And then we have some mushroom here. This is already sliced, so I'm just gonna leave it as is, and we'll just rinse these off. So it'll be a little heavier on the mushroom, all right? Hello, come on in, everybody. Hello, Jeanette. We're at 2,000 likes. Thank you all. Happy New Year. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are just doing a simple meal prep today. So for this recipe, you need a skillet, you need a knife, and a cutting board, all right? So now we have some mushrooms, and I'm just going to rinse them. I know some people say don't wash your mushrooms because it makes them like, I don't know the word, not soften, but like less of a sear. Some people just say wipe them with a paper towel. I'm not doing that. Do whatever works for you, but we're gonna hit these with some water. All right, come on in, everybody. So if you have whole mushrooms, actually, you know what? I will give these a little bit of a chop, just because they're kind of big. All right, and we're gonna do the whole thing. So let's go ahead and rinse these off. I think if you have the capped mushrooms, the actual full-size mushrooms, you can just like wipe them. Like they say, God made dirt, dirt don't hurt. You'll be all right. But we're just gonna go ahead and give these a rinse, and then I will do just kind of a rough chop on these. All right, we're just gonna do some sauteed veggies. We're gonna do this over the stove top. But I've been doing some sheet pan veggies too in the oven if you don't want to stay on top of it. All right. So let's go ahead and take these out. And again, just pick whatever 2 vegetables that you like. This is a low carb love recipe that came up in my feed, and I was like, oh, you know what? That's pretty straightforward. Let's make it. All right. Hello, everybody. Fran Diego is here. Every time I see you, Fran, I keep thinking, where in the world is Fran Diego? All right. So we're just going to give these a rough chop. When you're cutting up vegetables, and I am not a professional chef, that will be obvious. All right, I'm just a mom on the internet. But when you are cutting up your vegetables, or anytime you're building something with multiple ingredients, you want to try and have the pieces about the same size, because you don't want to bite down on, something massive, and, you want to try and get the same flavor in every bite. So that's what I'm doing here. Just a rough chop on these mushrooms. And I got fresh for you all, because fresh is best if you can get it. But if you have canned, use it. If you have frozen, use it. All right. We are not the food police over here. All right. So we have our mushrooms. We're going to get these together. And then towards the end, she uses some cherry tomatoes as a garnish. Now look, I bought these all new and fresh for you all so you can see, but I have some in the fridge that are on their last leg and we don't want to waste. So we are actually going to get the struggle tomatoes out. Okay, because I know all of your produce looks farm fresh. We're at 3,500 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. If you like Team Savory, if you like clean eating, if you're trying to reset, if you were getting it in over the holidays and you need to get right, then today is your day. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we're at 3,600 likes. Thank you all so much. All right, let's see if we can get to 4,000. You can tap the screen if you like it. You can also share this content with anybody who's trying to, get back on track. Whatever you celebrate, anytime you have a festive season, it's just human nature. I was about to break out in song. Anyway, looking out. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just landed 2 days ago and I'm like still jet lagged, but no excuses. I'll burst out into song anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh, yes. Anytime you have a festive season, right? Whatever you celebrate, there's usually a lot of food, great time with the family. And sometimes we may kind of overindulge. So this is a great way to kind of get back on track. All right, so we have some mushrooms that we've cut up. Y'all are laughing at me. And we have some zucchini. I should have had two. I have some green beans. Okay, focus, Maggie. Two more things we gotta do. Okay, like I said, I tried to clean the fridge. I always like to clean the fridge before I travel. I've been gone a couple of weeks, especially anything that's gonna go bad. But I came back and I have these struggle tomatoes. I know, y'all. They just look sad and lonely. Isn't that a song? Lonely. I'm so lonely. So I bought y'all some new ones, okay? So for those of y'all who need the optics, here, take a screenshot. Here are your beautiful plump cherry tomatoes. We have some middle-aged tomatoes that I'm still gonna use, all right? So we're gonna put these in the little colander and rinse them out. And I'm just gonna cut them in half. Hopefully they look okay on the inside. Y'all are laughing at me. Hey, cat dog, thank you so much for being here. All right, y'all. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're just doing a simple meal prep today, okay? Nothing fancy. It's the new year. You have had your fancy time. I hope you got it all in, all right? Get it out your system, right? Now it's time to eat those vegetables, all right? Auntie Maggie said. So let's rinse these off, and we're just going to cut them in half, and then we'll toss them in with our meal prep. Now, again, some swaps or some substitutes. If you don't like zucchini, maybe squash, maybe green beans, maybe asparagus, broccoli. If you don't like mushroom, maybe onion. What else? Any kind of, maybe cauliflower. If you don't like tomatoes, maybe like red pepper or green pepper, right? This is just about getting those vegetables in, and we're gonna cook them down and season them well. So these are, I don't know, some fancy tomatoes that I have, and we're gonna cut these in half. So we kind of have everything laid out. Now let's cut these in half and make sure they look good on the inside, because y'all know. Yeah. Y'all said these were okay. They look suspect to me, but there's one way to find out. All right. So if you have veggies or fruit like this that, you know, it's not bad, but it's just, you know, getting a little bit drawn up, as we say. Use it as ingredients. You know, it may not be beautiful to put on a salad whole because it's starting to wrinkle a little bit, but you don't have to waste. Ingredients are expensive, so use what you have, and I'm sure they're going to taste just fine. Diane says you buy them all the time. Okay, what are they? Am I going to reach in the trash? Yes. What is this? Wild Wonders. Wild Wonders greenhouse grown tomatoes. All right, so use whatever you have. Let me wash my hands again. We're just going to cut these in half, and then since this is going to be a garlic butter, this is supposed to be a garlic butter meal prep. We're going to mince some fresh garlic. If you have the garlic, I'm sure that'll work, but I'm going to try and give you guys the freshest ingredients. All right, now I'm cold. Y'all know I'm a woman of a particular age. This thing can change at any time. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're going to do a simple meal prep today. We're going to do chicken and veggies, just lean protein and fiber. So you can make any substitutions that you want. And if you're cooking for the family, you may want to eat clean, so just the protein and veggies. Add a starch or a sauce or something a little bit more high calorie if you have, you know, boys or men, hubby, anybody else who's going to burn through it. All right, so we have our cherry tomatoes, we have our mushrooms, and we have our zucchini. I wish I had more zucchini. Something said bye to, doggone it, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, last is going to be the garlic. So I think it says 3 cloves of garlic. So I do have some fresh garlic. Well, it was fresh before I left. Let's take a look, y'all. Okay, so again, For the optics, for those of you all who need something that is beautiful and whole, we have a whole bulb of garlic for you. I'll place it right there so you can feel good about yourselves, and the cherry tomatoes. But we have this. All right, so let's see. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let's see if I can get 3 cloves of garlic out of here. It's feeling kind of suspect. I'm feeling more paper than garlic. Ugh. But if I can get 3 cloves, I'll cut them up. We just don't want to waste, all right? So they're a little bit dehydrated. If you also have the minced garlic, I'm sure that's fine, or the bulb that you could. Okay, that was a fail. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Well, hold up. No. Okay. Well, at least we tried it. This one might be okay. No. We're not doing that. No. All right. We're going to get a new cutting board. Press pause and come back. What'd I tell y'all? But at least we tried it, right? At least we tried it. We didn't just throw it away. We made sure that it was unseemly. Now we're going to move that over. Oh, Jessica says, how do you know if garlic is bad? Oh, sweetheart. Hold on, let me see. I'm digging in the trash for y'all. Oh, I think it had 2 different colors going on. Can you see that? Yeah, press pause. We can't do that. All right. So press pause. Let me reset. We're going to get a new cutting board. We're going to do this fresh clove of garlic, and I'm going to wash my hands. So come on in, everybody. Like I always tell you, welcome to the struggle cooking class. All right. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I know all of your vegetables are farm fresh. But in all seriousness, yeah, it had 2 different colors on it, and it was kind of fuzzy. So yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. It's always something, y'all. Every time I come in here, I'm like, we're just going to have an easy breezy class. Nothing fancy. We got this simple recipe. And then garlic had to go mess it up for everybody. We're going to put the wet paper towel. I just dry my hands with the paper towel, and then instead of throwing it away, put it on the counter, and it keeps your cutting board from sliding. I'll show you. Forgive the avalanche. All right, unpause. We're back. All right. So see how the cutting board is moving on the countertop? But you could use a kitchen towel too when you do this. It just kind of keeps it a little bit steady, especially when you're cutting. You just want to make sure that your surfaces are stable. So let's try this again. We're going to try and get 3 cloves of garlic. Okay, I'm hot again. Oh, God. Y'all, I don't know how this is going to work. Whew, I got a little struggle AC over here. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the internet. Oh, come on, bulb. So let's see. If this don't work, we got the jar lick. But I try to give y'all the farm fresh ingredients over here. Okay. I think got 1. Got 2. I don't know if there's a way. Okay, there we go. All right. See, now, in all seriousness, notice how these are kind of like plumper and less dehydrated and all one color. That's the key. So, that's what my mom taught me. She said, don't just like follow a recipe. Don't just like set it and forget it and walk away. Cook with your senses, Maggie. So if something doesn't feel right, but it's okay. No. Listen to your food as it's cooking, like popcorn or whatever. Don't just let the timer go. If it starts to slow down, catch it, right? If it's starting to smell like it's more of a burn than a char, pull it off the heat. Let's get 1 little container to mince this. Let's see. All right, we'll go with this. All right, so now we're going to get in here with our garlic, and we're just going to mince this up. So come on in, everybody. Oh, we're at 6,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. So this is beautiful. So this is what you want. Notice how it just came out so smooth, like a smooth criminal. It came out so smooth out of the paper. I was going to say shell, but anyway, yeah, just like that. That's what you want. All right. I was struggling. I was fighting for my life with that old dehydrated garlic. Now you can obviously do extra if you want to. Okay, now I'm cold. Hold on, y'all. This is gonna be a long cooking show. Oh, come on in, everybody. We're at 6,500 likes. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're just doing a simple meal prep today. We're going to do a garlic butter chicken that you can. We're going to eat some, and then we're going to pack some. So if you've been struggling with cooking every day or finding something you actually like, this could be an option for you. All right, so we have our 3 cloves of garlic. Thank you all so much for the badges. Thank you, Ursa, for the hearts. I appreciate it. Oh, Kaz says live cooking shows are eventful. Man, ain't that the truth? That's one word for it. All right, so we are just prepping our veggies. We do everything from scratch, so, you know, we can learn together. Everybody's at a different stage of cooking. And one thing I love is that, you know, you've never mastered your craft. I don't care how long you've been cooking. You can always learn something. And that's the beauty of it. So sometimes I feel like, well, everybody knows this. But no, not everybody knows, because clearly I don't know everything. All right, so we have our garlic slice. Let's just give it a nice little dice. And then we're done with the veggies. We're going to move on to the chicken. And then once everything is prepped, we are just going to get the skillet out, follow her instructions, and cook. So again, this recipe is on foodtalktv.com. Food Talk TV has live cooking content every day of the week with people who really know what they're doing, even multiple times a day, except for Sunday. It's like for special guests and content. Just getting the little nubs off. All right. So if you like extra garlic, go for it. All right. So this is what we have. So we're good. We have our garlic, all right? Adelinda's laughing. Okay, now, so we're done with the veggies. And I did this in this order on purpose. So we're doing chicken and veggies. You could also do shrimp and veggies. You could do steak and veggies. You could do whatever you want. But I wanted to go ahead and do the veggies first, and then we're going to do the meat. If you do the meat first, that's fine. You just got to make sure, you know, cross-contamination, make sure you like wash up everything really good. But we're going to prep the meat last and cook it first. All right, so let's go ahead and get our chicken out. Now this recipe uses chicken breast. I ordered thighs and breast. So I'm a dark meat, you know, I prefer dark meat. I think it's a little bit, well, maybe a bit juicier. But here's the thing. Do whatever works for you. The first time I do a recipe, I always try to do it exactly the way they did. Hello, Spicy Fiesta. And she used chicken breast, so we'll see if we can get a nice little flavor on it. Chicken breast can be one of those. It can be really good, or it can be like, I could have had a V8, right? Do they even still make that? All right, so we're just going to turn this over to the other side, and let me show you all what I ordered. I'm actually going to move the veggies behind me. Just so we have some more space. Okay, so we have some cherry tomatoes, this much. We have garlic, this much. I think it was 3 cloves, and maybe like, what was it, like 10 cherry tomatoes we cut in half. This was a package of mushrooms, maybe like 2 cups. I don't know. And then 1 zucchini. I wish I had 2. But those are the veggies that we have. Thank you, Kat, for the love. I appreciate it. We're at 9,600 likes. Let's see if we can get to 10,000. Let's see if we can get to 5 digits, all right? What am I cooking? We are doing meal prep today, and we are doing a low-carb love recipe for garlic butter chicken and veggies, all right? You love mushrooms, and yeah, the veggies are actually going to cook down and wilt down really nicely. A lot of times when people say they don't eat veggies, it's because they don't like how they taste. But you have to kind of season heavily, not with like salt or anything that's going to be bad for you, but don't be shy when you're cooking veggies, unless you like them raw. Some people just grab them out of the dirt and eat them. Okay, focus, Maggie. Now, chicken. All right, so let's move your beautiful tomatoes and your green beans and our garlic. just so I can keep my eye on everything, and that lemon will be at the end. Okay, so I ordered 2 packages. You all can let me know. If you are a chicken breast fan, then I got the chicken breast tenderloins, all right? So you can do the chicken emoji in the chat. If you're a dark meat fan, I got the chicken thighs. You can put the drumstick emoji in the chat, all right? So in this recipe, she says a pound and a half, it's on the website, of chicken breast, all right? So let's see, we're gonna rinse this off, give it a good wash. Some of you wash your chicken, some of you don't. Again, not the food police. Do what works for you. Whatever you've done has kept you living. So, okay. So this is chicken breast, but it's in the like tender strips. So I'm just going to cut them into like dices. All right. So I'm just going to eyeball enough to kind of fill a skillet. So I'll do like half of the package. I'm going to go ahead and cook all of it. But for now, just for this stream, we'll do like this much of the chicken breast. Okay. So let me give this a wash. And I'll even cut this lemon in half and squeeze some lemon on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a nice little dice. Adelinda's laughing. You guys are funny. Jessica likes chicken breast. Okay. Vintage Mama likes chicken breast. Okay, good. So today's y'all's day. All right. So let me just dry these off. Now, when you're cooking any type of protein, especially, but honestly, anything that you want to kind of sear or have a nice little crust on it, which is what we want, you want to try and get as much moisture off of it as possible. The water is going to make it more soggy than crispy. And so that's why a lot of recipes will say, you know, pat your fish, chicken, steak, or whatever dry. All right. So just getting that excess water off of there. Let's get something for the chicken. All right. Then we'll bring everything together and we'll cook in season. Again, if you have more time than money, you can do this prep. If you have more money than time, you can buy your ingredients already diced. I've seen diced chicken breast raw. I've seen diced veggies raw, and then you can just throw them in the stir fry and go. All right. Cat Dog is making pork shoulder blade steak with peppers, onions, and gravy and rice tonight. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds like I'll take a nap after that. Yeah, chicken all week, roast chicken, chicken and dumplings, chicken and rice. Thank you all so much. We're at 11,000 likes. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. And today we are just doing a meal prep. I'm just looking for bite sizes, so I'll just cut them in half again. This is chicken breast. I'm a little suspect. I'm more of a chicken thigh, but we're just going to cut this up and see if we can get a nice little sear on it. All right. So I'm going to cut it lengthwise, and then we'll just cut it kind of like we did our, I was going to say cucumber, our zucchini. And then I'm actually going to portion these out and weigh them out for our meal prep. I got some containers over there while our chicken is browning. See if we can make something that looks like a meal prep. You love chicken thighs too? That's my favorite. Oh, it just falls off the bone, but these are boneless. I'm over here talking with the knife, which is actually poor etiquette. So when you need to gesture when you speak, especially if you're dining with others, put your cutlery down and use your hands. All right. So I do teach etiquette classes. We have our last one. Lucy and I are officially golden girls and slowing down now. So we have our last one. It starts tomorrow. If you're interested, go to teachablemoments.maggie.com. All right. It's all there. I got some extra workbooks. I can mail yours to you. All right, so almost done with our diced chicken breast. And honestly, for me, like cooking is therapeutic. Sometimes just the repetitive motion. All of us have something that calms us down. You know, maybe for you it's gardening, maybe it's tinkering on the car. But I actually like this type of meal prep steps, you know, as long as I'm not hungry when I'm doing it. Because, you know, when you're hungry, it's lights out. Like, just give me anything, feed me. but a great little tip is go ahead and eat. I feel like I'm starting to get hungry. Go ahead and eat and then do your meal prep so you're not hungry, all right? Oh, makes sense. Will I cook it now or later? We're gonna cook now. I think we're done, everybody. Let's go ahead and wash our hands and let's get our skillets out. We're gonna cook now. This is a cooking show. You didn't come here to see me prep and just talk to y'all. Hello, Lewis. Thank you for being here. Diane says me too. Okay, so let me wash my hands well. Let's get all of this out of the way. We're gonna bring the skillet out. Okay, and we're gonna do a quick wipe down of everything. Then we're gonna bring everything out. We're actually gonna start the cooking process. Doesn't this look beautiful? Isn't it lovely? Made for the stove. Da, 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 da. Okay, focus, Maggie. I have outbursts. We're gonna put the thighs in the fridge, and I'll keep the chicken breasts kind of close by because I'll probably do another batch. Okay, so let me move this. I'm gonna wipe down everything and then we'll get the skillet out. So this recipe, she does it in 2 skillets. She does one for the protein and one for the veggies. You could actually do 1 skillet to save dishes, okay? So, and I think that's what's on the actual recipe. What dish is it? We're meal prepping. We're doing garlic butter chicken and veggies, all right? Thank you all so much. We're at 12,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 13,000. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we're just doing a back to basics reset. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. You know, we're not detoxing or doing any boot camp. No, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But the holidays are over, so now we need to eat more sensible, all right? So, all right, wash my hands one more time. And then we are going to get it started. Let's get it started. Okay, focus. So let's get our cooktop. And now we're actually ready to start cooking. So we've done our prep. Let me get everything out so you all can see how beautiful it looks. I look like I actually know what I'm doing, right? All right, so we need chicken. So this is chicken breast. How much? Like 3? I don't know. Veggies, we have 1 zucchini cut up into half moons. Very nice, very nice. All right, and we have a whole bunch of mushrooms. This kind of reminds me of spinach. It's actually going to wilt down in volume. So this was like, I don't know, 2 cups of spinach. And then we have some cherry tomatoes, and you could substitute whatever veggies you like, and some minced garlic. I don't think I diced it well, but okay. Let's get a skillet, and let's see if we can sear this chicken. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on to medium. Random granola. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to turn this on to medium, and let's watch the video and see what she does. All right. Now we have all our ingredients out.
And not touch it, okay? Because I want it to get like a little crust on there. And we're going to do kind of like a medium heat. Right now it's on low. So we're going to go more medium heat. And let's go ahead and season it. So usually for something like this, we go pretty basic. We're going to do salt, also do a little pepper. And you can use whatever you typically use. Like, I also like doing like garlic powder. I feel like it just adds to the flavor. Sometimes you want to be careful not to get it on the pan because it will kind of start to burn. Now, I'm going to show you how I make it like creamy, garlicky, buttery, but we keep it like a lighter version.
Okay, that sounds great. Garlicky, creamy, buttery, but lighter. One of these things is not like the other one. One of these things does not belong. Okay, focus, Maggie. So we have our dry skillet here, just kind of heating up on a medium. So she says she's going to sear her chicken, and then she seasons it after. So we're going to give that a try. Now, she used this avocado oil spray. So usually I use my coconut oil, but that has a low smoke point. You want something that has kind of a high smoke point. so that it doesn't smoke all up, and then the fire, the fire alarm's going off, and then I'm running through the house and opening doors. We have had those screams. I'm too old for that, y'all. All right, so while this is at medium temperature, oh, this isn't open. Is it open? Oh, hold up. I know, y'all. It's always something. Okay, so we're gonna spray this, and I don't know if you heard her. Let me make sure y'all can see this. We're gonna spray this, and we're gonna put the chicken in, and we're gonna season it, and we're going to leave it until it looks how she says it's supposed to look. All right. So we let the pan get hot, and then we got it all greased up, and then we're going to put the chicken in. All right, so this was the chicken breast that we just cut up. This could be shrimp, this could be chicken thighs, this could be whatever you want, all right? And we just diced it. All right. I was waiting for, okay. It's coming, slow. So I'm just gonna spread it out into like one thin layer. I kind of eyeballed enough to fill the pan. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that, kind of get them so that they're not stacked up on top of each other. And then she said salt, pepper, onion powder. She also does garlic powder. And I think the recipe says paprika. All right, so the key is here, we don't want to get in there and start just fooling about, because then it will get cooked, but it won't be seared. For the sear, we need it to have time on the heat. All right, so let's go ahead and season. A teaspoon, whatever works for you. All right, so we're going in with salt. So I'm just going to try and make sure every little bit gets some love. Okay, and we're going to do some pepper. So just regular black pepper. You think we've all had that? What have we had? Y'all know I don't know. All right, hold on. Let me turn off my struggle air conditioning, because this is where I go to put the pepper down, and then my struggle air conditioning blows it in my face. All right, so some black pepper. If you have all-purpose seasoning, if you have a chicken seasoning that you like, the 5 seasonings, if you're new at cooking, that I would recommend in your pantry: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. That's what we're going to use. So that kind of makes everything taste good. Salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. Okay, so far we've done salt and pepper. And I have the other 3, all right? So we're gonna go in with some garlic powder. You can have a whole collection of other seasonings, that's fine, but these 5 are great to start. And I didn't know that. Did you hear her? She said try to keep it on the chicken and not on the pan, because if you put the seasonings on the pan, then it can burn. Who knew? All right, now we're going in with some dollar store onion powder. All right. A little heavy-handed. And then because we need some color, it smells good. The oil and the onion, it smells good. And then I bought some paprika, all right? Come on in, everybody. We're at 14,600 likes. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're doing a meal prep today. We're just going to do a garlic butter chicken and some roasted, and some sauteed veggies. That's it. Simple. Get this open. And we're going to put some paprika on there, and we're leaving it for a few minutes, and then we'll check for color. All right. So let's make sure this is on well. Who's had that happen before? Oh, this is my happy place. I haven't cooked in like 2 weeks, if y'all been watching my travel content. So I'm like, where is Garcon? I am Garcon. Kara says people like to use a spoon for the seasoning so the steam doesn't get in the containers. That's a great idea. So just like the salt, spoon it over here and then put it on. Great tip. All right, so Let's watch what she does next while our chicken is searing, and then we'll check.
I'm not that person that's going to tell you be careful with your calories, but I am going to tell you you still want to be mindful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to make it so that it tastes super rich. It stays like garlicky and buttery, but you're not going to go crazy on the butter, and it's still going to have like a lot of flavor. Okay, so right now we're just going to let that get a little color. Meanwhile, we'll start on our veggies, and I wanted to share with you my receipt. So
I guess we're supposed to start on our veggies. I'm going to do one at a time, honestly. All right, I'm just going to pick up one piece of chicken and just look at the color at the bottom. It's good, but we could go a little bit longer. Now, I placed a grocery order for a special ingredient. I'm going to go check at the front door if it arrived. Y'all, I'm always pulling up on two wheels. If it didn't arrive, I have a backup. All right, so let's see if we have it. It arrived. You know what? We could probably do the veggies. No, I'll do them here. I was going to say maybe I'll do them on the stove behind, but you all like to see. So since this is a garlic butter recipe, I ordered from the Indian grocery store, the Desi Brothers Farmers Market. This is butter, but this is buffalo butter and cow butter blended. So like I say, I try to stay dairy free. Now for me, when I say dairy free, that means I have to avoid cow dairy. I can have goat's milk, sheep's milk, buffalo, those kind of things. But something in the cow protein I can't really tolerate. Let's go ahead and check another one in the middle. Okay, still coming along, but I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer. We want our chicken to kind of get a sear. Let me see if I can show you all the sear, and I'm gonna wait, and then we'll move it around once it's done, and then we'll let the chicken rest, and we'll do the same thing with the veggies, prep and go. All right, let me fast forward her little commercial. Come on in, everyone.
This is pretty versus like having a lot of junk shopping healthy. And it's like, oh, and you know, it's like the same pace to eat healthy. Okay. So again, a little bit of avocado oil.
So we're gonna get another skillet.
We're gonna do our zucchini. Okay. And
no
you don't,
clue,
yes, you
Alpino.
can cook one or the other, but I just like to throw everything in because I like to be realistic about how I usually cook at home. This is, you know, this right now, obviously I'm talking to you, but typically this is how I would be cooking it just on a normal, you know, on a normal day. So we have zucchini, mushrooms. Now we are going to season that as well. You always want to make sure you season your veggies.
You can smell it. It really smells good, y'all.
Salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. So look at this.
All right.
This is already getting a little bit of color. This is kind of like what we're looking for. Just a little bit of color on that.
All right, let's see if we can get that. She tossed her chicken. All right, so let's see. Someone said, ooh! Y'all see we got a little sear. Where's the video from? This is Low Carb Love. So this is Myra on Low Carb Love. This is her garlic butter chicken, and I did put it. I'm feeling good now. Hold up now. I was worried about this chicken breast. All right, so we want to let it continue to cook. But the reason why we let it sit, y'all said perfect, y'all see that? So we have some brown bits on there. That's gonna give you some flavor. Got that flavor for your ear. Okay, focus, Maggie. So we're just gonna, let me turn over any pieces that did not have contact and just break it up a little bit. And I'm gonna let the other side kind of sear as well. I'm just eyeballing any pieces that are still kind of pink. Okay, great. So once this gets done, I'm not gonna taste it because it's still cooking. So she's gonna talk about the garlic butter sauce. I know, y'all, it's a lot. So let me open up this. The other thing, the backup I was gonna show you all I have, this came from Whole Foods. This is goat milk ghee. So this is like a clarified butter. Hold up. Okay. So it looks like some fancy moisturizing cream, but It has a little bit of a gamey smell to it, not really, really bad, but this is a clarified butter made from goat's milk. Or if you can have real butter, just use real butter. But I'm your substitute teacher, so I like showing you all the substitutes. You love ghee? Okay, I can have it sparingly. So she's gonna put the garlic and the butter in here to make the garlic butter chicken. All right, so I'm getting my butter ready. And again, I got this buffalo butter because why be regular when you can be extra? Okay, so this came from the Indian store. It's a beautiful, like, look at it. It's like golden. It's like goat carry gold. Wow. I don't know if y'all can see like the difference. Let me see if I have some regular butter. Woo! So this is just like regular butter. So you can see the difference in color. All right, so just try to give you all some good substitutes. So if you can have regular butter, just use your regular butter. All right, so as this is searing, let's see what's gonna happen.
I like it to have a little browning to it. And this cooks really fast because it's diced.
Thank you for the ice cream cones.
I mean, think from start to finish, you're gonna have like a really nutritious dinner in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And depending on like how big your family is or if you're alone, I would still cook it like this because you can, this is a great meal prep. So a lot of the meals that I make are also great for meal prepping. Okay, so now we're gonna let that cook a little.
We did.
Here, this is pretty much almost done. That's pretty quick. Now to make it nice and like buttery and garlicky, I do even less than a tablespoon. This is literally less than a tablespoon. Throw it into my chicken. And you can do a little more, just depends. And I'm gonna do some raw garlic, okay? Now this right here is gonna make it, as you can see, like you just kind of mix it in together and it turns it into like a little garlic sauce, but you're not adding like 1,000 calories of butter. Like it's literally just there. If you wanted to, you could literally add a tiny bit more because this is like,
butter in the middle.
See how thin that is? It's like the thinnest slice of butter, right? You know, if you're someone
Marilyn, we're
really
making a garlic butter chicken meal prep. Okay. All right. So again, use whatever works for you. So I think we're good. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this chicken. All right, so I'm gonna taste one first. I think we did really good. You're terrified of mincing your garlic. So we got a nice little color on it. So I'm going to get a little taste, see how it is for seasoning, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing with the veggies. Okay, so you could have done this on 2 burners like she did. Let me get a nice little seared piece. So I don't know if y'all can see that. Whoa, I think we got a nice little sear going. Okay, y'all, that's good. That is so good. Okay, I'm over here dancing to myself. Hold up. Let me turn it all the way down. Safety first. Let's temperature check it. I know what I know. All right, so we're gonna go in here. Just make sure what chicken is like 165, 177. And honestly, because we cooked it like fresh, it is so tender and juicy. Y'all, this is so good. Okay, focus, Maggie. So now we're gonna make, let's get a new little thing. We're gonna make like a little hole in the middle, like she did. And then she puts the, can y'all see? Okay. So she puts the butter in the middle and then the fresh garlic that we chopped up. So I'm gonna go in with the goat's milk butter, the buffalo butter. Let me get a knife. And she just does like a sliver. All right. Now you can see this Indian butter, like it's a massive block. So I'm just gonna shave off like a little bit. And she said that's how you kind of get the butter flavor without, you all know, like even when you go to restaurants and you try to order something healthy, it's so heavily like oiled and everything. And I'm not the food police, all right? Do whatever works for you. So we're gonna put the butter in the middle. It's melting. It's melting, I'm melting. Focus, Maggie. And we're gonna do half of the garlic, the fresh garlic, because we're gonna save the other half for the veggies, I believe. Because we're gonna do, oh my God, y'all, the butter and the garlic hitting that oil. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, focus, focus. What are we doing? Okay, stir it up, stir it up. Okay, let me turn it back up. Let me just make sure. Hold on, hold the phone. Let me make sure she does it on the veggies too, and I'm not supposed to put all of that in here. Okay, hold on. So you're kind of like lightly coating it in the garlic butter. Oh my gosh, y'all, this smells incredible. It smells so good. So that's how you're gonna get that garlic flavor. And again, this could be steak, this could be shrimp, this could be whatever you want. But it was like not even a tablespoon, but that fresh garlic gives it
so much flavor and richness, and it's just gonna taste absolutely delicious. Okay, so we have that going. This is pretty much almost done. We're gonna swap it.
Yep, I'll move it behind
here. We're gonna do the same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
Add a little bit of butter.
All right, so literally once the butter melts and you have that garlic on there, we're gonna take this off. I'm gonna give it one more taste. Just make sure every little piece of seared chicken is got a little butter bath going on. Oh yeah, you know you want some. So again, you know, you're trying to eat healthy and you're kind of like, oh my God, we don't want that bland chicken breast. We want something nice and flavorful. And look at that, y'all. I think that looks whoop, in my hand. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? I had a moment. Honestly, she says 3 cloves of garlic in the recipe. I like garlic. I probably would, I split it in half. I would have put all that garlic in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this behind me and we're gonna start the same thing with the veggies and we'll get our meal prep containers out. All right. Okay, focus. So another skillet, we're gonna do the exact same thing. So let me turn this on medium. So if you're just coming in, welcome. We have some avocado oil spray or whatever you want to use. We're gonna, oh, this was supposed to heat up first. See, I get excited. Okay, let's go ahead and start cleaning up. Put the butter away and the ghee away because I want to go ahead and start opening up my meal prep containers and see if I can prep one. Alpine has been using bacon fat. Use whatever works for you. This is a garlic butter chicken. That butter kind of gives you that nice little flavor. Oh, we're at 18,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 20,000, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. But I was a little suspect about the chicken breast. But I'm gonna be very honest with you all. Like, I don't know if you can. Why did I do that? I don't know if y'all can tell. Like, it's so juicy. And it's hot. Okay, focus. All right, so now this is how we're gonna put our veggies in here. And we're gonna do the same thing. So pan with some oil. We're going in with the zucchini. Wish I had more. We'll do all of the mushroom. All right. It looks like a lot, it is. It'll soften down. And then we're going to season it. You don't have to worry too much about the sear here, but we do want to season it well. If you don't eat vegetables, that's because you don't like how they taste. Maybe it's a texture thing. I don't know. All right. Okay, focus. Seasonings. So we're going to go in with salt, maybe like, I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar. So, you know, do what works for you. If you have like a salt-free seasoning that you like, use that too. So liberal with the salt, liberal with the pepper. Alpine says she has cook utensils and stuff. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'm reaching in the pot with my hands. I know, y'all. So we're gonna go liberal with the pepper. You know, you want to season it until you don't see any bald spots, all right? That's what makes it taste good. That way the flavors can really get in there. So our 5, remember your quiz. If you're starting out, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika, all right? That's it. If you have a chicken seasoning that you like or an all-purpose seasoning that you like, that's fine. What? gotta put this stuff away. Hold on. All right. So garlic powder. Come on in, everybody. We're making a meal prep. And honestly, like this is something that you would want to eat again. It's really savory. Onion powder. It's really savory. It tastes good. You would reheat that. If you can have starches, add it. Rice or potato if you want to. Ivy says, what are we making? We are making a garlic butter chicken meal prep. All right. So this is the goal. This is what we're going to try to do. All right. And then the iPad, man down. I missed the counter. Okay. So you can see we seasoned our veggies well. All right. Don't be shy. Get in there and season it well. Now we're going to get those tossed up and let those cook down. I'm just going to push it away from me so we can get our meal prep containers out. All right. Let's see if we still have an iPad. Okay. Whew. It works. All right. Now, since this is not raw, you can just get in there and taste if you want to, like I always do. Get a piece of zucchini. See how it's kind of coated. Ah, so good. Ah, a little crunchy. But my mom says, taste as you go. Don't ever serve anybody anything that you haven't tasted. So as long as it's not raw, I taste it for seasoning. Now we're just going to let it cook and soften down. Okay? Excellent. Excelente. All right. So this is on a medium. You could do like a medium. And just cook your vegetables to your desired doneness, right? If you like them with a little bit of bite on them, that's fine. If you like them with a little bit of crunch on them, that's fine. Apparently we're at 50% of our goal. Thank you, Roxy. Kisses for the, is that a firework? Baby, you're a firework. You know, I wish my brain didn't work like that, but like every time I think of a word, it's like a musical something going on in my head. Okay. So this is coming along. I probably could have cut the mushrooms a little bit smaller. I wish they were a little bit smaller. Okay, focus, Maggie. So I'm just going to let this do its thing. And I bought some meal prep containers that I have not used. I've been staring at them and they've been staring at me. So we're actually going to start off the new year right. All right. So I bought these trying to be all sustainable. I bought these glass meal prep containers. They just been sitting here on the floor looking at me. Yes, the tomatoes are coming. Somebody's ready. The seasonings. The question on the seasonings. 5. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. Glenna says you love the kitchen. Thank you, my dear. This is my happy place. Okay. So we're just going to get one out. We'll plate one and we'll pack one. All right. Just from Walmart. I'm just trying to be fancy for y'all. Since it's a new year, we all been eating everything. All right. This is coming along nicely. Oops, lost one. Okay. See what happens? This is why I need to cook. So this is terrific on its own, but we're doing a garlic butter thing. So we're going to make a little center in the circle. And then we're going to do a little sliver of the buffalo butter. Not even a tablespoon. That way you get the flavor without all of the extra calories, if you care about that. Do whatever works for you. So we're going to put that in the middle. Let me just turn this down a little bit since the veggies are cooked. And then we're going to get the rest of the fresh garlic and we're going to put that in the butter bath. And the butter plus the garlic plus the veggies or chicken, it just takes it up a notch. Honestly, y'all, it tastes like restaurant vegetables and restaurant chicken. All right. So we have our little butter station going on here. All right. Now we're going to mix it all up. We are done. Y'all, I am so happy. Why am I so happy? Why does food make me so happy? The tomatoes. Hold up. Somebody said it. Okay. I know. I think she just threw them on as a garnish. How do I... Okay. Cheek says, clean your containers with hot soapy water before using. Yes, ma'am. All right. So let's put our butter away. So again, if y'all want to screenshot it, this is what I'm using just to avoid some of the dairy. This is some blend cow and buffalo butter, but you can use regular butter, okay? And I can't remember, where was the lemon supposed to go? Okay, let me turn this down. Let's see what happens.
Remember, don't be afraid of butter, okay? I think I grew up being so terrified of butter because I'm like, oh my God, fat is gonna make me fat. No, that's like the biggest misconception. Like, fat keeps you full, okay? That is what fat does. Healthy fats keep you nice and full. Pair that with protein.
I'm waiting for the tomatoes.
Perfect combination. So don't be afraid of.
Look at her plate and look at mine, y'all.
Some people might disagree with me, but I'm just telling you from experience. I eat fats. I have not only lost 135 pounds,
okay,
but I've been able to keep it off for, I always say 15 years journey and what I stand. You know what I mean? What is bad from here? You have your protein, you have your veggies, you have your healthy fats. Like, all of this is good for you. This is really yummy. Just adding some color. I feel like it looks really pretty. And look at this. Now, I'm already going to pull this off the stove because it is done. But look at that. Beautiful.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So good.
Okay, so we're going to turn this off, and she just adds the tomatoes as a garnish, I guess. All right. But yeah, y'all, I should have tasted them first. I'm going to taste it. I wanted that garlic butter. Oh my God. This could be y'all, this looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm just stirring all hard. It's not going anywhere, Maggie. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. This is really my dinner. Hold on. This is not elegant. Quality check complete. So you have the cooked mushrooms, you have the cooked zucchini, and the tomatoes, tossing them in at the end. It just gives like a freshness to it. What are the veggies? We have zucchini, we have mushroom, and we have tomatoes. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? And then remember our chicken that we seared nicely. So these are our 2 meals. Okay, that's heavy. So now we're going to plate one, we're going to prep one, and then we'll be done. So lame. I don't know why my children are embarrassed by me. I have no idea. Okay, focus, Maggie. So we need to wash this with hot soapy water per instructions. Okay, let me just move this behind me for now, and then we're going to clean this up. So we'll plate one, we'll prep one, and then we'll be done. So lame. You like it. You keep coming back. I done told y'all, it is a new year. You know what you're going to get over here, all right? Extra for no reason, just doing the most all the time. Like, I'm asked, why can't you just be regular? I don't know, okay? And neither do you. But you keep coming back. It is 2026. If you keep coming back here, you know what it is, all right? Thank you all for the laughs. Okay, focus. Let's move this. All right. So we're going to get our meal prep container. Imagine there's like 5 of these, because there are. Hermetically sealed. So pretty. Glass, sustainable for the environment, if you care about that. All right. So these were her veggies. Y'all, I am so excited. Look at that. I love when my stuff looks like their stuff. Because y'all ever make stuff and it's like, why my stuff look like their stuff? It looks all janky. Look what we did, y'all. I'm just let me have my moment. Let me have my moment. Look at this. Look at that. Y'all said mine looks better. Y'all are being too kind. Okay, wash, baby. All right. So for our hot soapy water police, do you want the scrub daddy or you want this one? Let me know which sponge you want. All right, let me get my water nice and hot. Let me get my Dawn Platinum on here. All right, one moment. Let me get it all scrubbed up. Okay, hold up. One more. Gotta do the top. Okay, either as long as it's washed. Okay. Evidence, Your Honor. All right, let's get these rinsed. All right, 1 second. Let me get a paper towel down. All right, here we come. We're gonna prep one and we're gonna plate one, and then we're gonna be done. Oh, I did want to try, hold on, y'all. I wanted to try and do something healthy or, better. All right, just giving it a rinse, making sure it's squeaky clean. All right, there you go. All right, let me get it dried off. All right, so in all seriousness, so we have our protein and we have our veggies. If you're working on portion control, they say, like weighing and measuring your food is the way to go. I like it just as much as you all do. However, sometimes I'll just speak for myself. Eyeballing it can get us in trouble because, especially like me, one of the reasons why I love to cook, but, if it's just me, the boys are, Marcus is a Marine, Alex is with dad. If I cook, like if I start cooking, I'm tasting a lot. And before I know it, I've consumed more than I actually need. So this whole plan for the meal prep, I know we're having a lot of fun, but this way I can cook like once or twice a week and have my food ready to go. Maybe some of y'all already knew that, but it's new to me, okay? So we have our chicken and our veggies. So I'm going to measure out 8 ounces of chicken, which is a portion for me, 7 or 8, and then 1 cup of veggies. And then the rest, I'm just going to eat. All right. So what I do, just if it's helpful for anyone, I actually have a kitchen scale. All right. So I have a little Walmart kitchen scale. And I'll put some parchment paper on it. And we're actually going to weigh out 8 ounces of chicken. And what you can do, again, I'm not a doctor. Clearly, I'm not a weight loss expert, right? I struggle with this stuff too. But what you can do, I'm just going to go in here with my hands. Yeah. And I just put it on here to kind of get a real sense of, oh, that's 7 ounces or that's 6 ounces or, excuse me, that's 8 ounces. Because sometimes you don't know, unless you buy it already, measured out. But, when you cook it down, stuff shrinks. And I'm greedy and I want all of my ounces. All right. So we're up to 4. But look, it's looking pretty good. Sometimes it works in your favor. You're like, ooh, I get to eat all of that. Does anybody else get excited? Get excited. All right. We're at 5 ounces. I'm going to try and keep building this. But this is literally what I do. I'll make like a whole, as they say, a whole mess of food. And then, wow. How much chicken can I have? We'll stop at 7 ounces because I feel like it's about to topple over. See? So 7.9. I don't think y'all can see that. But then I'll take my parchment paper and I'll put it in the container. I don't mind for my food to touch. Some people don't like their food to touch. Do whatever works for you. So we have our chicken, and then for our veggies. Oh, I have something here. A portion is a cup. So I have this 1 cup measuring cup. It's nice. It kind of collapses down. I know this is the boring part, but if you're really trying to stay consistent and like track stuff, doing this on a weekend or whatever, that way, every time you go to grab one, it's all, whatever's on your plan. All right. So we have a cup of veggies, which is going to be like, we'll do a little bit more. I can kind of eyeball it, but they say if you're trying to reset, it's the new year. If you find yourself on a plateau or anything like that, you know, just going back to basics. So we've measured out 1 cup of our veggies, and I'm just going to put it over here on the side. See, and you could put, like, if you wanted to do like some parsley or something. So just imagine, use your superhero x-ray vision and imagine like 5 of these. So we have our meal prep ready to go, our hermetically sealed. I'm going to take a picture for the website, and then we're just going to plate one. So do that, you know, make enough for 5, and then let me get a little plate. Let's see. What do we want to do? I want to do a bowl or a plate. I think I'll do a plate. I like to eat on like smaller plates. It makes it feel like it's fuller, so like a salad plate. But, you know, to each their own. And if you wanted to, you could do a squeeze of lemon or, you know, some parsley or whatever you want on there. So I will do, let me see if I can do something a little bit. Try and do half of the plate veggies, half protein, and then, you know, add whatever you like on there, whatever you can have. But this was really fun. This was our garlic butter chicken. So honestly, if I had prepped all this, this would have given me, you know, 2 meals, lunch and dinner for tomorrow, or if you have to work or, you know, anything like that, grab and go. Because the key is, you know, for those of us who struggle getting this weight off, I'll speak for myself, is making sure you have something ready before the hunger monster strikes. Because you all know, once you get to that point where it's like, oh my God, I'm just so hungry, you're not making any sensible decisions. Let's see if I can do half plate chicken, half plate veggies. Oh, I think we got it. All right. And then we're just going to wipe up. But, you know, I like it. So this is dinner. Looks good. And then we have our meal prep. All right. So let me take some pictures and then we will be done, y'all. But this is what I wanted to do. I'll probably be doing more of these. If you all like these type of meal prep ideas, it's actually really flavorful. Yeah, that looks nice. I am so happy with this, y'all. I am just so happy. Okay. Did we miss anything?
It's going to be delicious.
I don't think we missed anything.
You're going to love it. You know, you're going to be able to enjoy a delicious meal that is loaded with protein, loaded with flavor, okay? Because look at this chicken right here. It is rich. It has a ton of flavor, okay? Now, that's why I don't skimp out on the seasonings. It also has a little bit of butter. It has raw garlic. Like, that raw garlic is going to do wonders for your food, okay?
Yeah, honestly, she's not lying about that, y'all. Cooking your veggies and then doing a little pat of butter and that garlic, it makes you feel like you're eating something so good. Y'all, look, wait till you see this picture. Y'all, we made that. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. This is actually really good because, you know, when you come back from vacation, I've been traveling and it's like you've been eating everything and it's like, oh my God, I got to go back to healthy food. But when you can make healthy food that you actually want to eat, oh yeah, oh yeah. So this was our garlic butter chicken meal prep. Just taking a few pictures. We'll put this up on the website. All right, so, all right, everybody. Today we made the low carb love garlic butter chicken and veggies. This is zucchini with mushrooms. We have some cherry tomatoes. We have some chicken breast. This was cooked in avocado oil with salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, and paprika. And then the garlic butter was a pat of butter and some fresh garlic thrown in at the end. All right, enjoy. All right, everybody. So that is dinner. So this was the plan, and I think we got it done. I'm very, very excited. So imagine like 3 of these. This was the plan. And this is what we did. All right. I think we got it. So you could do a little parsley, or I'll do a little parsley for y'all. Squeeze a lemon, whatever you like. Make it fancy. Make it look good. Then when you open this up, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to eat that. Yeah, I think y'all would like that. All right. Here you go. Looks delicious. Okay, thanks everybody. So again, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. My cooking streams are with you all on Friday. I make food and femininity content. I'll be making some relationship content soon. Just landed a couple days ago, so I'm still a little bit jet lagged, but I definitely wanted to make a nice meal for you all. And this is on a salad plate, so it's filled to the brim, and you can sit down and enjoy, get a nice beverage, and you can eat good and feel good. All right. Nailed it. Thank you all so much. So I will be back next Friday. What am I making? I don't know. We'll figure it out together. Make sure you're subscribed to Food Talk TV. Thank you all for the 25,000 likes. You can share this recipe with anybody who's trying to reset or, you know, whatever in the new year. Even if you don't have goals, you know, especially as we age, it's just important to eat good food. All right, everybody. So I will see you all on the next one, and you all take care. Alpine says, have you thought about releasing the recipe a day before? I have not, because usually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I woke up this morning, I'm like, what are we making today? And I opened up YouTube, and that was the video. So those were the groceries that I got. All right. So hopefully that helps. All right. Bye, everyone. Da, 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 da. If I can get to it. Okay. All right, everybody on my channel. Let me see what y'all are saying. Then I'm about to eat this dinner. It's really good, y'all. I'm so excited. All right. I'm coming to the comments. Y'all, I'm so proud of my little meal prep. Look at Maggie. Don't even want to say. Okay, now I'm hot again. My goals. Hold on, y'all. Let me have like 2 bites. Then if you had questions or comments, I'm gonna read through them now. So if you need a response to something, hold on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all would eat that. Y'all would eat that. Look at that. You would eat that. So good. All right. Let me scroll up to the top. Oh my gosh. Happy New Year, everybody. Hello, Jessica's here. I'm glad you're excited, sweetheart. Oh, thank you for the welcome home. No place like home. I am happy to be home. Had a wonderful trip. I'm about 75% of the content, so I'm still going to be posting some of the Ghana stuff. But yeah, if you all like my travel content, let me know. Jessica loves, I'm sorry, all opinions reserved is you love veggies, squash, mushrooms, and carrots. Yeah, absolutely. Anything would be good with this. Asparagus and rutabaga. Oh, thank you all so much. Hello, Jurgen, if that's you. Or should I call you Randy? Let me know what to call you, all right? Tea and greedy, absolutely. Hello, everybody. You're making breakfast for dinner tonight. Grits and Italian sausage. Oh, that sounds so good. But yeah, y'all, we got to get back on track. I'll speak for myself because I've been eating everything. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Randy. Our meatitarian is here. Yes, I made it home. Class starts tomorrow. Those of you all who shared your address with me should have your workbooks by now. Bria, you can confirm. 3 p.m. tomorrow. The doors are closing on the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. I just turned 50. Lucy has shared that she is 9 years older than me. So we are going to sail off into our golden years. I'll still be here making content and travel content for you all. But as far as the finishing school and teaching the ladies and having a big like graduation, this is the last one. And we start tomorrow. So you can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you've been thinking, I need to take one of Maggie's classes or I need to gift this to someone, this is the last chance. Registration will end as soon as class begins because we teach it as a cohort. So once we start, it's locked down. All right. So whenever you're watching this, teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We teach etiquette, elegance, and femininity. I believe that's the best version of ourselves. All right. So just make sure, don't say I didn't tell you. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, Sorry, y'all. Let me go back. It's been a while. Oh, you're good. Taking care of mom. I understand. Yeah, I understand, y'all. I went to see Nana and Papa, your favorite African grandparents in Ghana. They're living their best life. Thank you so much. Yeah, why be regular when you can have butter? Absolutely. Y'all like my dancing? Don't encourage me. All right. Go Maggie. Go Maggie. Extra garlic. I know. Yeah, I would have doubled it up. 6 cloves, not 3. Hello, Sabrina. Bubbly butter bath. Bubbly butter bath. Bubbly butter bath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all are laughing at me. You enjoy? I know y'all keep coming back. Thank you for putting the recipe up there. Yeah. Telling me to wash my dishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't mind, y'all. I mess up all the time. Y'all see me make mistakes all the time, but I just think it's so funny that someone who is sitting at home in their underwear is going to tell me to make sure my dishes are clean. How about you start a cooking show? How about you go buy new dishes? How about you cook and stream and set all this up for people to tell you to make sure your dishes are clean? That's it. I just had to get that off my chest. And we're done. Okay, Olive Piggy says you keep coming back because it's refreshing. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely. Yeah, don't measure, y'all. Just eyeball it. Measure to start. So you kind of know what a tablespoon is. You kind of know what a cup is. After that, just go with it. Taste as you go. That's how my mom taught me. Want to be natural is here. Hello, Gilchrist is here. Your stomach is growling. Oh, this is so good. I'm about to let y'all go and eat. Yes, thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Enjoy. You need to replace rice? Yeah. I mean, look, if you can have it, have some for me, but clearly I've had enough of it. All right. Absolutely. Looks good. Looks good. $20 meal prep for the week. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'd make this for the Marines when Marcus comes back home. But when I'm cooking for the boys or cooking for men or man food, I feel like they need like starch, potatoes, rice, like all that, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, But this will definitely keep you full, right? This will definitely keep you full because all of it is nutritious. Oh, you got your workbook? Wonderful. Yay. Okay, y'all are watching the travel content? Okay, I'll keep it up. Oh, you're doing a water fast. Cannot relate, but thank you. Oh, Randy's your real name? Okay, Randy. All right, everybody. Hello. Oh, Quasia. All right, Quasia. All right, my dear. 3 days? Yikes. Okay, everybody. So let's see. Again, this is it. This is it. That's another song. Finishing school starts tomorrow. Lucy and I will be teaching the ladies live on Zoom, 3 p.m. This is the last time. Her husband has said, hey, enough. And so we respect the men over here. I know the Kevin Samuels channel had a stream. I watched it in Ghana, so I'll get my notes together and I will do a relationship stream for you all. I know that's what most people like, but this is what I like. All right. So look, you get what you get. Y'all look at this. I'm so happy. I don't even really think I'm that good. Okay, focus, Maggie. So I'll do some relationship content for you. I'm going to finish up the travel content. Royal Land Tours partnered with me on that trip. So I'm going to get the rest of the travel content out, get rested up, get unjet lagged, if that's a word. And yeah, got some more stuff coming at the end of the month. But other than that, all is good. I missed you all. Hopefully everybody is well. Oh, Jurgen is your real name. Okay, screaming. Okay, Jurgen. Randy, Jurgen. Okay, Jurgen. All right, y'all. I'm gonna eat this dinner. I'm not gonna let my food get cold over here messing with y'all. All right. So happy New Year. Glad everybody made it to 2026. And I will see you all. Next cooking stream will be Friday. I'll try and get some relationship content out before then. All right, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.